President Biden just absolutely unloaded on Donald Trump at a hurricane briefing, and it was so telling just how upset he is with Donald Trump's constant lies about this tragic event. So we're going to get into this new briefing that just happened this afternoon, but first I want to show you some more clips from a briefing he did yesterday before the storm hit, because there are some great clips in there as well, so take a look at those.
Former President Trump has led this onslaught of lies. Assertions have been made that property is being confiscated. It's simply not true. They're saying people impacted by these storms will receive $750 in cash and no more. That is simply not true either. They're saying that money needed for these crises are being diverted to migrants. What the heck are they talking about? Stop it. It's outrageous. It's just not true. Now the claims are getting even more bizarre. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the congresswoman from Georgia, is now saying the federal government is literally controlling the weather. We're controlling the weather. It's beyond ridiculous. It's so stupid. It's got to stop.
Trump is spreading misinformation.
I don't know. I simply don't know. You can speculate, but I just find it, I've used the phrase more than I've used it ever in my whole career, un-American. It's un-American. It's not who the hell we are. What are they talking about?
Sir, have you considered calling him and asking him to stop doing that? To stop spreading this?
Oh, come on.
President, does Governor DeSantis need to take Vice President Harris's calls?
All I can tell you is I'm talking to Governor DeSantis. He's been very gracious. He's thanked me for all we've done. He knows what we're doing, and I think that's important.
Can you say that Florida has... How was your call with Netanyahu today?
We didn't talk about the storm.
Thanks for the answer.
Yeah, you can tell that not only was President Biden just fed up, he was clearly tired of having to defend himself against Trump, who just continues to lie and lie about this hurricane. And he even called out Marjorie Taylor Greene for her insane claims that we're somehow making hurricanes and sending them to red states on purpose. And I completely agree with President Biden here. What Trump and these MAGA Republicans are doing is truly un-American. During these times of crisis, we should be coming together and helping each other regardless of our political affiliation. But these MAGA Republicans just want to play politics regardless of the real impact that their antics have on the American people. It is truly disgusting, and I think that voters will remember this going into the election in less than a month. So those clips do a great job at showing the mentality that President Biden is in right now, which brings us to this new clip that we have from today's press conference. Because he completely goes into Dark Brandon mode and calls out Trump. He then holds no punches back against the media as well, since they're not doing their job and they keep letting Trump tell these lies without really any repercussions. So take a look at Dark Brandon going ham in this press conference.
Mr. President, have you spoken with former President Trump at all?
Are you kidding me? Mr. President Trump, former President Trump, get a life, man. Help these people.
Will you hold him accountable? You said you were going to hold those accountable.
Public will hold them accountable. You better than the press hold them accountable because you know the truth.
Do you plan to speak with former President Trump?
No.
When I first watched that clip, I replayed it probably like 5 times because it is just so amazing and funny to see him stand up against the press when they're not doing their job. Because they ask him if he's talking to Trump, which he has made clear he is not, and nor should he be. Trump should not be spreading these lies in the first place, and that's why Biden went up and told him to get a life. And then the press asks if Biden will hold him accountable. What do you expect Biden to be able to do here? He is the president, not the babysitter for the biggest man-child we have ever seen. It's crazy how he has to not only babysit Trump on live TV, but also the press for asking these irresponsible questions. Biden is doing everything that he can to help the victims of this hurricane, and I think they will remember this action and Trump's inaction going into this upcoming election.